The Buffalo Sabres are trying to finish strong. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video of Sports Talk Buffalo. The Sabres continue their relatively strong play since the NHL trade deadline that saw the Sabres make a major move that saw them ship Dylan Cozens off to the Ottawa Senators, along with defenseman Dennis Gilbert, in exchange for center Josh Norris and defenseman Jacob Bernard Docker, and Ottawa also got a second-round pick in that deal. Now, it started off as a very, very good trade for Ottawa, and so far, it's been kind of a decent trade for both teams. Even though Norris has only played 3 games for the Sabres, Bernard Docker has been a welcomed addition to the Buffalo Sabres blue line. Now, the Sabres made that monumental trade, and I think it just showed the core of this team that nobody was safe. They had just signed Dylan Cozens to a long-term extension, and it really shook that locker room, and it appears to have worked, at least for now. And the Sabres have been playing a lot better hockey after this trade deadline. After the 5-2 victory over the Ottawa Senators in this past game, it actually was a sweep of the Ottawa Senators. The Sabres won 2 games with Dylan Cozens and 2 games against Dylan Cozens for the Ottawa Senators. I think it is the second time in franchise history that the Sabres have swept a season series against the Senators squad. So it just goes to show that even though the Sabres are further back in the standings, that maybe they're not as bad as their record would suggest. Since the trade deadline, the Buffalo Sabres are 8-5. Again, 8-5 since the trade deadline. They are 7-3 in their last 10 games. And while 8-5, you think to yourself, well, maybe that isn't really all that great of a record. Over the course of an 82-game season, that would equate to 50 wins if they could keep that pace all season long. So a very strong showing since, again, the trade deadline for this Buffalo Sabres team. So we ask, who has stepped up in this last stretch of games? The first player, of course, being James Reimer. The veteran goalie James Reimer, a.k.a. Optimus Rhyme, has started 6 of the last 8 games for the Buffalo Sabres, going 5-1 in those 6 games, including winning his last 5 starts. Reimer is playing well enough now that you have to ask yourself the question, do the Sabres re-sign him in the offseason? It was a bit of a weird season for Reimer and the Buffalo Sabres. They signed Reimer last offseason for 1 year, $1 million. They went to send him down to the AHL. He gets claimed off of waivers, and then he gets put back on waivers, and the Sabres reclaim him off waivers. And thank goodness that they did, at least for the end of the season, for some entertainment value, because he has been playing out of his mind for the Buffalo Sabres, realistically, in his last 6 games. Again, 5-1 for the Buffalo Sabres. He has a .905 save percentage in his games with the Buffalo Sabres. He has been a very calming, a very steady presence in the net for the Buffalo Sabres, and he has made the timely saves. Again, do I think he has, obviously supplanted UPL? No, of course not. But at this point, between Luukkonen, Levi, and if you bring back a veteran goaltender, I don't think it would be a bad idea to bring back somebody with that kind of experience, especially when he has shown the propensity to be able to be very good with this Buffalo Sabres team. I don't think it would be out of the realm of possibility for the Sabres to do something that they did a couple seasons ago, and that's roll with 3 goalies. Another player that continues to have a quietly quietly very, very good season is Alex Tuch. Now, Tuch, in his last 13 games, has 11 points, 7 goals, and 4 assists. This puts him at 32 goals and 27 assists for 59 points in his 74 games played this season. He had 59 points all of last season in, I believe, 78 games, something like that. He was very good last season. He continues to be very good this season. A very underrated two-way forward in the NHL. He is a 55 to 60 point guy for the Sabres. A good penalty killer, good on the power play, can do it all type of forward. Somebody you absolutely need in your top 6 if the Sabres want to break this drought and finally get to the playoffs after this will be their 14th season. Now, the surprise of all surprises since the trade deadline for the Buffalo Sabres, realistically just in his last 8 games, has been the play of Jack Quinn, the resurgence of Jack Quinn. I don't know what has happened. I don't know where he has come from, but he has been downright amazing in these last 8 games. He has 11 points, 4 goals, 7 assists, and is a +3 in the last 8 games. He was one of the worst plus-minus players on this Buffalo Sabres team. He had struggled mightily all season long, but you put him with what some are calling online the miracle worker in Ryan McLeod, and he is playing at a tremendous clip in this last handful of games. Now, can he continue this play for the last 8 games and bring it into next season? I don't know, but it has given Sabres fans a glimmer of hope that he can recapture a little bit of himself and start to ascend to where we all thought he would be a couple seasons ago, and that is a true top 6 sniper for this Buffalo Sabres team. With that said, we've seen this song and dance before from this Buffalo Sabres team as they play well to finish the season, and it's happened over the last few seasons where it seems all the pressure's off and the young guys just let loose, have a good time, and just play hockey. Now, the crazy part is, if they could just figure out how to do that at the beginning of the season, we would not be talking about a 14th straight season of them not making the playoffs. Even though they have not been eliminated yet, it is all but over. And if they somehow were able to figure out how to do it in the beginning 3/4 of the season, again, we're not talking about a 14th straight season of no playoffs, something that Lindy Ruff has to stress to his guys, to be able to play and play well when the games matter most. So will the Buffalo Sabres finally be able to parlay their late season success and move it on to next season? Only time will tell. That's going to do it for this episode, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. I talk Bills, Sabres, and the University at Buffalo men's basketball and football teams right here on this page. I want to say thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a fantastic week.